What up, sorry. What up, guys? I am back with another video reviewing episode 6 of Doctor Who. The recent one. Episode 7 out tomorrow, the penultimate episode. I decided to review this one today because I just didn't bother yesterday for some reason. I don't know. I just I'll be on my Toko channel mainly, catching on Go Juja. We're also watching the newly revised Day of the Dumpster. It's a fun idea to do as well. Go and watch review episodes of Mighty Morphin as the new revised version airs. So he's tired of me actually ready to review it. So he's tired of me watching the episodes when I can. And last we talk about the Green Evil Part 2 partner as well. Bipolar. Anyway, this episode has an insane twist at the end. And I would have been surprised by it if I wasn't spoiled. Ugh. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Okay, I wanted to be surprised about this, but no, people are gonna fucking spoil it. People are so inconsiderate online. I did not want to be spoiled what happened. Ugh. Let's just get this over with, because I want to just be happy again. You know what I mean? Anyway, so the cold opening. Well, it's some type of, as we cut to some type of cottage house with a alien cat girl. Looks different to the ones we saw on New Earth. You know what I mean? There's also a big twist, but also some interesting things happening during the episode too. I'm introduced to Rylan, a host. I don't know if he's a real host or not. I should have paid attention to the credits. But, I don't know. As he's sort of a guy who keeps being frozen most of the time for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. As he hosts the show. But something that kind of pisses me off, something that has happened with Calder, isn't even resolved. There's any resolution to that story. It says some intriguing interesting thing. Something that's baseless though. That may come important in the future though. You know Russell, he likes to add mysteries in this series. So anyway, in this context, when Dr. Blinder arrived, well, so we only have to wait 2 minutes for the Vindicator to activate. So the duo just sit and watch the contest, where Mrs. Blood is also there, watching. And she wants the Doctor to set the Vindicators. Why? Well, we don't know, but we know the reason why she's doing this. So anyway, as you watch the contest, one of the hosts on the show, one of the people behind the scenes is a small person actress. I'm not against that. I don't know. So I'm not seeing actual small people. It's just weird to me. I'm not trying to be offensive to those who actually are little people. I'm not trying to be offensive. I just say to me they kind of do look weird, but I understand it's how they're born and stuff. So yeah. Right. This is going normal. I tell you that Dr. Blinder ends up in a scene of a gay couple, Mike and Gary. Gary's not happy. Mike's trying to keep the situation calm. Gary complains to the type of robots as you say phase 1 activate. We find out what phase 1 is soon as someone else are coming into the room. These are species called a Hellion. They're human-like, but they one distinguished feature. They have horns on their head. And I get the name, like devils. And we know that Hellions are being prejudiced. There's a prejudice against Hellions for some reason. All these rumors is that made up about the species. Now, does everyone explain how that rumor came to be? Well, it's basically prejudice. There's a lot of a sinner named Cora who has she/her pronouns. So, yeah. Did not need to say she/her today. Yeah. It's normal, but the Donald has seen something when the broadcast is slightly different. As Rylan is not in the village, but he's right there. It's weird. So the doctor investigates all these Hellions. Two of them. One of them was undercover working on the show. Basically, is everyone in the room tied up or so? I think. I don't know. That's a sick bastard. Oh, basically, opens up the bubble that's open up the. No, type of thing that's keeping a type of roof and stuff. And that's gone. All the contestants get sucked up into. Everyone in the room gets sucked up into space. Including the doctor. But Belinda, Cora, and her partner are saved thanks to the seats that chairs in being being closed and stuff. Save their lives. The doctor is brought out of space. This guy's insane. He goes with the main kid. I know. So the doctor steps out in space, and everyone's soon dead, but Ryan says, not again. Like he's already done this, just he might not be dead. But he come back to the doctor a little bit, but maybe there's a meeting Cora and her partner. I don't know if he's like romantic partner or regular partner. I don't know. It's never stressed. They just work together. And so what do you say about this? Saul has a real friendship with Cora. Cora's partner tries his best to break through the system and get them out of there, but seems the system's being changed every time. Well, the doctor seeing visions of Susan. Not kidding. Susan makes a cameo multiple times in this episode. Not physically though. They said sets out intrigue and mystery. They clearly hinted that Susan's coming back in the series. Now, this will be big since the character last appeared in Doctor Who in 1983's The Five Doctors. Yes, a Doctor special. It was a Doctor team-up special episode. I'm going to have it on DVD, the original and special edition. It's a special edition. You can watch the original one or the special re-release one. Or you can watch the more newer version on Blu-ray. Which I do not yet have. Because the Blu-rays are fucking expensive. So it's hard for me to collect them all. Yeah. And Susan's somehow in this new TARDIS. Basically telling him to come find her. And she's moving the doctor as he unfreezes. And uses a confetti cannon to get to the airlock and Mike and Gary to help him out. And well, Mike's a doctor. Or nurse, actually, not a doctor. And the vice doctor. I've been introduced to Gary and Mike. The doctor now understands. Again, Chili Guy was really great in this episode. His acting was superb. How he really was able to set. But I'll get to that in a bit. The doctor ends up by picking out what's going on by looking at the systems. When the doctor realised But he tried to kill 3 trillion people. That makes him mad. I guess there's some kids finds that out. Means he and the doctor have a little chat. Linda, Cora and her partner watching on the other side for the monitors. As you can really tell the doctor's mad. As he makes a threat to him. He will make sure he watch him freeze to death in space. That is incredibly scary. And Gatwa really nails it here. You can really tell he's mad. And Linda's worried. She knows some. You know, she hasn't known him that long. She can tell when he's that all hell goes if he's this mad. So we gotta get to that control room fast. Also, basically, how's this guy able to kill 3 trillion people? Well, for basically something advice that goes through the airways and stuff. Anyone who is watching the show will die, be killed by these solid waves to the brain. And also, like, Cora knows the 2 Hellions. Actually, she's a Hellion herself. Her homes have been cut off. She said it was by force. And Hellions are not allowed to sit for some reason. Why there is so much prejudice against them? I really wish we knew more about why there was prejudice against them. We just know rumors and stuff. Also, there's a hologram in a museum of a cameo from Graham O'Brien. We don't know who he is. He's a TV host, has his own late night show where he interviews a lot of celebrities from all kinds of countries from across the world and stuff. Even had a couple of Doctor Who stars on there. Just was it Graham Norton? Yeah, great. I think that's right. He has his own show and stuff, so go look him up. He has many interviews with many actors, including some Doctor Who stars. Even some Marvel stars too. So, yeah, if you're interested, go check out his. You can find some of his videos on YouTube. Some clips on the episodes, old and new. It's really cool he had a great cameo on here. Graham Norton. Yeah, his name's Graham Norton. I don't know how I got that wrong. Anyway, Kid says some robots to try and kill the Doctor. So Belinda's partner is obviously hurt to find out that she was lying to him. No, I can't, but it's not explored much. If it's like he's mad that she just lied to him, or that she's a Hellion. Like to him, like she's basically she's a Hellion and stuff. Fabulous. That's unclear. There's no resolution to that at the end. That part never gets a resolution as far as I know. So, the Doctor is fully pissed off. Maisie basically, with help of Mike and Gary, breaks into the control room. Maisie, as we work hologram, basically zap Kid over 3 trillion times. We don't know the reason he's called Kids because his mother was killed before she could even say his name. And we learned that the Hell Puppies, which was part of their planet, were what these corporation was after to make honey flavor and then burn the crops so they could be regrown, burn the soil so they can never be regrown again. Making wanted the only source for them in the future of the kids, so they could be the only ones to have it. Kid blamed the corporation, and the corporation are the sponsors for the show. Is that an excuse to kill 3 trillion people? 3 trillion innocent people. Like, just normal people who watch the show, not include anything that's going on. But they're taking this too far. I was going to eventually get to something. I was going to want to mention someone who wronged the entire whole people you care about. But that's just Frustrated. So, yeah. But again, Gatwa's acting is amazing. How he's really angry. Even though he's seeing visions of what Seals are telling him to stop. Because this is like the Doctor. Oh no, Belinda comes in and brings him back to his senses. And you really see the horrified look on his face as he shakily takes off the glove. That was great. It's one of the best Doctor Who actors I've ever seen. I love his Doctor. He's fun. He's just funny. And how carefree and happy-go-lucky he is compared to other incarnations. But this was, because this Doctor's more free of burden though. But he's going to have some burden soon that may change him. Or at least help him as the next incarnation. If they're going to go for a regular... I think they're just going to go back to regular regeneration because... Regeneration does sound cool. But they're going to use the other Doctor, and what's the whole point? Yeah. Unless you send a spin-off around him and Donna. Which actually could work. There would be a fun thing. David Tennant and Donna Carpenter could really come back as Doctor and Donna for a spin-off series. As the Doctor's life at the Lobos, or sort of a different series where the Doctor travels. Just called the Doctor Donna as a reference to Series 4. Be a fun thing. Like, come on, that'd be a fun. That would be fun. Seeing two incarnations and seeing a different Doctor rolling about with his own companion. It could be a fun little series to see what he does. It'd be a great treat for all the fans of the series. No, they won't do that for some reason. Like, what's the point of bi-generation if you're just gonna do that? Like, what's the whole fucking point of the bi-generation? It's kind of wasted now that they not going to use this other Doctor. It's just wasted. Should have just gone with a regular regeneration. Like that scene between Doctor, Donna, and Mel was great in that one. And the bi-generation was cool, but again, it's just not useful. They don't really use the Doctor, but they use it for a plot point this time. I'll get to that. So yeah, Killer's accomplice are arrested. Basically, Brandon's kid again. Let's come back. The ice in his house aboard. Basically saying, if he comes back, he will kill him. Brandon reassures the Doctor because the Doctor even says he even shocked and scared himself. But still a case of the 3 trillion people still trapped in space. But only because of the idea. Using what this cryogenic chamber and put it in the bus, be able to unfreeze them. So it's like that. And then I hope as a big kid, the Doctor will also recreate some of the parts to prevent everyone. That's all sorted. After all that's sorted, you'll enjoy the show as Cora gives up a performance, even revealing she's a Hellion herself. A song about a planet and not the corporation are trying to stop to bury it. Everyone claps for her. Not much of a resolution though for that character. Like we don't see any resolution with that of a partner earlier. Kind of wasted. But yeah, after that so Dr. Belinda are just happy. Abdul Lucky, and the Doctor's going to take her back to Earth. That's when Graham Norton shows up. Ends up being a shocking truth that happened to the Earth. The Earth died on May 24th, 2025. Explain what we saw in episode 1. What happened though? It was disintegrated. But the one who did it is unknown, but we can guess what it is in a bit. So yeah, the Doctor and Belinda quickly rush into the TARDIS. With the medical all finished, they try their best to head to May 24th. Meanwhile, the TARDIS bell starts going off. As when we look at the door, it bursts open with fire coming in. As the episode ends on that cliffhanger. When we get a mid-credit scene, as Mrs. Blood is revived. As now she knows the doctor is gone, she can really do it. As she feels she's a time lady. And it's starting to regenerate. After all, the throat, basically she was basically injured because of that of the space origin. Basically a cell in her body that vital for her life was damaged, so hence her regeneration. And she bi-generates. I'm just going to reveal that she's actually known as the Ronnie. Dun dun dun. Okay, backstory. So the Ronnie was just like the Master, a renegade Time Lord. The Doctor's like faced her 2 or 3 times, as I remember, in the classic era. Her debut was in The Mark of the Ronnie, I think, which is a 6th Doctor story. Where Doctor and Perry travel back in time, and it's the time the Master teamed up with her too. I don't know her second debut though. I know one of her later appearances was in The Time of the Ronnie, Sylvester McCoy's first story. All her appearances she was played by the late Kate O'Mara. Well, she passed away back in 2014. So we have you got new actors portraying the Ronnie, obviously because Time Lord. I was like, her design does look that close to the Ronnie. The makeup did a good job making it look close to the Ronnie. She applies to bring terrain and terror to the Doctor. Now she's Mrs. Blood's the previous one, which we're just going to call Mrs. Blood, as she's calling her that part now. See, she obeyed her, technically the same person. Okay, that's just weird. So, we'll see how that goes tomorrow, actually. I don't really review it tomorrow, though, because I want to take a break from this, because the spoilers piss me off. Besides, I've got stuff to catch up on, so best not do anything tomorrow. Any new reviews tomorrow, so. But, yeah, no next episode preview, which actually was a smart choice. It actually a lot of tension. I'm wondering what's gonna happen in the next episode. How the Doctor Melinda get out to this one? And we know Ruby's gonna be appearing in the finale as well from the poster. Yeah, part 1 of this 2-part finale. Ruby's gonna be a part of the group too, which I think was a good choice. This will be her second appearance in season 2. Christmas special does not count. So curious to see why is the Ronnie now returning? Why hasn't she become a recurring character in Classic Who? Well, that's complicated. See, back in the day, the BBC did not own the characters that were created for Doctor Who. They owned Doctor Who itself, on the characters like the Doctor, all his companions and that stuff. All that is owned by the BBC. But any new character like monsters, guest characters, all that stuff, were all given by the creators of those characters themselves. Hence why the Daleks will always have to use the Daleks to get permission from the Terry Nation's estate. So he's the creator of the Daleks. So the Ronnie's rights were unknown for the longest time. It was very, very complicated. But obviously to find and get the rights to the character and have her be the big bad of this season. This is going to be epic. This is the character, like Sutek, this is going to be her big return. But character we thought long gone is back. Unlike Sutek, who was defeated, the Ronnie is just like the Dark Master and never stays down. So fans will wait decades to see this character again. So if you're for the Ronnie, I hope you're excited for this episode tomorrow. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please thumbs up. I'm going to see more. Subscribe to the channel. Notification bell. Be always going to video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode. We'll see. Seven Master out.